Hello YouTube, welcome back to Digitrip Gaming, or if it's the first time you've seen one of my videos, welcome. We're going to look today, as promised, to Rebel Galaxy and as a matter of fact, trading, which I believe I promised to look at on one of my previous videos. Okay, as you can see, I think on the last video I'd got a really small ship. Well, this one, let me just take a look. Ship, that's my ship. I've called it Atlantic. I can't remember what the damn thing's called now. Let me just go into
Fly safe.
Thank you.
Stalking.
You too. Yeah, we've got sidetracked again already. I'm supposed to be looking at trading, but I need to come in here anyway. What was this? There we go. It's called an Arcturus, and it's a destroyer class. Just to give you some idea of the scale of it, I think we go down to some of the starting ships. You can see that it's a light hull. That's just a corvette, very fast, obviously. You can see the broadside ports. There's 2 turrets. You know, you can't really fit much on them. I think that might be the ship that I had the last time I did a video. Correct me if I'm wrong. The Mastodon. Certainly looks like it. I thought it were quite a big increase from there. But anyway, you can see they're going up. I had that one for a while. Then I had that one. And I thought I was a big guy on campus, or whatever you want to say. Vanguard. Did I have that one? I think I might have even had that one for a while. But anyway, this is my current one. It's a destroyer. It's slow manoeuvrability, slow speed, which I've compensated slightly for by increasing the boost. But as you can see, they start getting a bit ridiculous after a while. Dreadnought class, look at that. Nobody's going to fuck with you when you get one of those. But there probably is, obviously. But yeah, that's my new ship. Let's just have a look at what comes in. So we're looking at trading. So pretty simple compared to some games that are similar to this. You want to buy red and sell on green. So you've got your system average. What you want to be doing is buying. I mean, look, you're talking that. You're buying that just under 9 grand and selling it just over 16. So you're getting almost 100% markup. So that is a brilliant buy. Except the internet supply, obviously. But yeah, you can see their munitions. No, I didn't buy that. I don't tend to buy stuff like that. They're just cargoes that I've picked up. But you can see the system average is 737 credits. And the price we'd get is 1,000, so that's just brilliant. Sell that. 1,000 credits for doing nothing really. It's just picking up stuff. And that's not too bad a price for nuts and bolts. You know, I'm not going to hold on to them taking up a space in my cargo hold. Used to get a better price. But you can see it's fairly simple. You see red. You look at the system average. See, even though that's red, it's not an excellent price. I mean, it's 5.5 grandish, 7.5 grand. I mean, it's 2 grand markup. But early game, that's you can't really knock that. But see the tachyon salt there. If you can get enough of that, that's just a brilliant trade, something to trade in. But anyway, that's the basics. You can see the illegal stuff down here. Now, if you go to some of the shadier places, you'll find that these legal, or at least they'll buy them. Same with the Narco-Cola. Just looking down here, look at grill whiskey. Nice. Antimatter spec. I actually found one of those inside an asteroid while I was mining. And you can see, look, system average 116 grand. If you find it, I mean, it's a real payday if you find one of those. If you find one of those, that's like, you know, you're talking 100 grand, even a bad price, you can see 112 grand. But the system average 116 grand. I think I held on to it and waited till I got a green, and I got something like 120 grand. And that was just it wasn't even a long mining operation. I just saw a few odd shaped rocks, cut into them, and one of those came out. So yeah, that's the basics of trading. Very simple. If you're going to be trading a lot, obviously, maybe go into equipment bay, components, have a look at the cargo holds. You can see now that's a large cargo extender, but I've got a guild medium extender. So if you join the trade guild, and you have to be a certain rank in the trade guild before you can buy things like this, but you do a few trade missions, which I was doing anyway because I was doing a lot of trading. But you can see, look, that's the large cargo extended ordinary one that adds 12 cargo space, and this is just a medium trade guild. That's 24. So it's a no-brainer, you know. The more stuff you can get. What I tend to be doing, even though I'm not particularly trading at the minute, I'm doing a lot of missions, is just pick up stuff as I'm going. If I'm doing a mission, then I call in a space station to do repairs, you know, get back my ordnance, missiles. Just always have a look. Quick look in commodities. You see anything that's bargain? I mean, the gold ingots isn't too bad. I wouldn't, you know, it's if you deem it, if you've got plenty of space in the hold, just pick up any bargains. See, that would be a bargain. Tacking salt, half price. I would have bought some of that, but we haven't got any. That's not too bad. Designer clothes. So the 7 grand, so going on 8 grand. And the system average is going on 14 grand, so, you know, bang some in your hold. If you know if no one's buying them at a good price now, and you've got a big enough hold, just keep checking when you go into space station. So yeah, that's the basics. You know, if you look at what am I looking at? What was that noise? I think a ship just came out. I'm going to get away from this station. Don't trust these drivers.
Collision warning.
It says riding into an asteroid. Yeah, let's get away from the space station.
Accelerating to
See, I've made up for this slow speed by putting in pretty good boost.
full stop.
Big and all stop. There we go, full stop. Right, anyway, as I was saying, you go to your map. This is trading extended. There we go. We've got some nice, interesting things. And whenever you want to, what you want to be seeing, looking out for, is these stations with exclamation marks. Now that one's impoverished. I'm not entirely sure what impoverished means. Korean invasion. Nah, I think. Yeah, they all do something to the prices. Let's see if there's a tech boom. Now that's easier. So we see tech boom, and we know that tech. I think, is it intellectual property? We know that I'll tell you what. Let's see if we can get there before it finishes. So you see a tech boom such as that.
Accelerating to sublight. Engines at maximum.
Engage warp. And you know the technological prices are going to be low. Now I've got fairly fast warp engine as well, so it doesn't take too long to get to places. Oops. What is that? Oh, that's to do with a job I'm doing. Carry on. Ignore that. I don't know what the heck that was. So yeah, we've got some serious broadside ports on this. Ooh, Purdy. let's not overshoot.
Warp inhibited by stellar mass. Stalking.
So this said tech boom. Hopefully, there we go, it's still going off, look, tech boom. You see that in status on the information screen, there we go, have a look. Now, yeah, there we go, I was right. Intellectual property. Yeah, tech boom, so they're basically, the intellectual property prices goes up, but looks like data cubes, robots, anything with exclamation mark is to do with the status of the station, as in, you know, this one's tech boom. I believe, open to contradiction, open to correction, but I believe anything with an exclamation mark is to do with a special status. So we can see, because of tech boom, intellectual property has gone right up, and these prices have come right down. Supposedly, that's not the data cubes. That's not an excellent price, really. Not that often, but you know, you get you get the gist. You get the nanofibers, and as long as you're selling at least system average, so we'll have some of them. As long as you're selling at least system average, you're going to be making £2 a time. If they've got some tack-in salt, I would have had some of that as well. But you can see, basically, keep an eye out for any of these special status symbols on the map.
Stellar map.
Just have a quick look. Korean siege. Not entirely siege. I think that means it's under siege and it can't actually do any business till you lift it. See, that's under siege as well. Koreans are being bastards here. War. Now I know that one. That puts up the things like munitions, I think it is. It kind of, you know, it's straightforward. I think there's another one called famine, and that, funnily enough, puts up all the prices of food because it's in great demand. Anything that puts up the demand of something, you know, it's going to increase the price. Mining rush. Now that brings down all the metals. Basically, anything you might find in an asteroid. Yeah, it means they've got a lot in stock and they need to get rid of it. It will put up some prices. But basically, if you're looking in, I mean, if you're thinking diamonds, you could go over there, and that's it basically. You want to buy low, sell high. So the basic rule of trading. Anything else, you can actually join the trade guild and actually do missions which actually include trading, but you get you'll get a much bigger payoff for it. What you'll actually get, you'll not get paid for the things, but you'll get paid quite well. Like you go to the trade hub, join the merchants guild, you'll get paid quite well just for doing the job, as opposed to anything that you might make on the items. So I think that just about covers basic trade. It's an excellent way, particularly at the beginning of the game. It's relatively safe as long as you don't wander into any of these more dangerous sectors. I mean, because I've got a very big ship now, a lot of these are coming up as normal. The rodent system would at the beginning of the game, all these will be coming up as extreme threats, basically, because you've I think the starting one, it probably comes up as normal, something like that, but they tend to be quite high threats. It's the threat changes with your ship and your equipment. See, even with my stuff, I mean, that still says extreme. There's no way getting there yet. There's no space lane. I think that's going to be part of the story, or I don't know. See, these are still extreme, and I've got let's be honest, it's pretty big ship and a pretty good set of weapons in it. So that's basic trading. Important, particularly at the beginning of the game, when you're perhaps not up to doing many. Oh, yeah, I meant to do that. Perhaps when you're not up to doing many of these missions. Very good way of making money is trading. Just go to missions. But you can see there's a hell of a lot of money to be made from these missions. At the beginning of the game, these would be pretty much undoable. I mean, there's 207, the one there, if you're looking at the left hand side, 277 grand for one job, and it's only a low risk for me. But at the beginning of the game, with a little ship, this would be extreme, and you very little chance of doing the job. But yeah, the bigger the ship you get, the less important trading seems to be becoming. I mean, it's still worth picking up the high cost items, as you maybe from ships that you've destroyed during the jobs, but the jobs become much more profitable than trading. But that doesn't mean that it's not important, and trading is still pretty important, but not so much now that I can do these jobs. But anyway, that's basic trade. Now, probably warbled on a little bit too long with that, but you get the basic idea. You've got a decent sized cargo hold, even if you're just doing ordinary missions. Don't forget about your trading. You're going to need to be calling in at stations anyway. I mean, it saves the game at stations. As far as I know, that's the only place where it saves. So you're going to be here anyway. See, look, almost missed out on that. No, I haven't got any. It's okay. I've gone insane. But yeah, even when you're doing the missions, keep your cargoes, keep checking stations, because you're going to have to call in them anyway, even if it's just to top up on your missiles, and keep out for deals like that. Okay, thanks for watching. Just a little quick, maybe not so quick video, little trade tutorial. Hope it's helpful. Anything you want to add? Comment section, Twitter, Facebook. Get in touch. I've probably missed a hell of a lot of stuff. Still not an expert. Never will be. But thanks for watching. Catch you later. Bye bye.